I'm so excited to be back from a break that I wasn't planning on taking. Today I'm excited to share this room behind me with you all, give you all some background on it, and we're going to do some styling on it because it's sort of become a catch-all for things that I use in projects. I haven't styled some pieces that I've picked up that you all might remember, like the swivel chairs from Facebook Marketplace and the sofa behind me that is part of my free sofas video that you may have seen before. So here you can see how this room originally looked when we first moved into the space. It was all brown, these yellow tinted windows that are still here now with some shag carpet. It had a small little bathroom and a little closet. Our guess is that this room was originally open to the exterior on both the front of the house and the back of the house. The paneling behind me is the same paneling and the same material that's used on the exterior of the house. And there's also a light switch that's right here. My in-laws and Daniel put up this sheetrock, so that's why there's sheetrock here and not anywhere else in the room. We put in the same flooring in here, removed the little bathroom that was there. We have some longer term plans for this room, but today I wanted to show you how it looks as it is right now, and for us to do some styling and moving some furniture around. Everything in here is only primed. We actually haven't painted anything. Here's where I keep a lot of things that I'm using for projects or that I have thrifted that I still need to clean, or so it's kind of a mess there. Today, I will not be focusing on this mess behind me. All of this stuff will be there until we get to renovating our kitchen and as I continue to work through other projects where I'll be using the stuff that's back there. So today we're gonna focus on this half of the room and ignore this other side for now. I'm thinking about moving this sofa on this other side, along with the coffee table and putting the two swivel chairs over there. I'll talk about some of the pieces I have here since I haven't in the past. The coffee table that I have here is one that I also got for free a few years ago. I think it's the Pottery Barn Tanner table. It's scuffed up, it has some light scratches on the glass, but it still feels like a nice, solid, high quality piece, even with its imperfections. Every single piece of furniture in here I got secondhand. This was an investment piece for me. Even secondhand, I ended up paying quite a bit for it, but it's one that I don't regret. It's the Serena and Lily Hattie lamp. I did end up seeing this at the outlet at one point, and I got a better price for it secondhand. Another thing I wanted to show you is that Ollie, our cat, has been a little troublemaker, and I didn't realize that he was scratching up both the sofa and the chairs. Thankfully, I caught the chairs before he did some serious damage to it. I'm gonna use my little electric shaver to remove some of the threads that he pulled up here. I also found these on Facebook Marketplace. These are Restoration Hardware, or RH, and I got the pair for $300. This was one of the very first pieces that I picked up when we first moved to our house. At the time, Facebook Marketplace was relatively new, so I was using Craigslist primarily. At the time, lug was also pretty new. It was one of the first things that I bought without showing up to the location, which I try to avoid, but if I think it's the difference between me being able to get it and not missing out on it because someone else is able to pick it up faster than I am. And I asked them if they're willing to let me Venmo or PayPal them once the lug mover arrives and looks at the piece to make sure that it's there. It was $200 plus the cost of delivery. Some of you have asked if I've considered renting a truck instead of using lug. I don't really do that unless I feel confident that the person is willing to hold onto it for me, because sometimes a seller really just wants to get rid of things quickly. And if I really like the piece and I don't want to miss out on it, I'm willing to pay more to make sure I do end up getting the piece. I really like these little brass knobs and haven't restained this or anything, and it ended up being something that is in relatively good condition. Just a little bit of water damage right here. That's enough talking. Let's go ahead and move these things. This is how things are looking with the sofa on this other side. I think it feels and looks a little tight. Because I have so many other things on this other side that I can't move right now, I plan to keep this here where it is now until I get that space back. And then we'll figure out some art or decor that we could put up there for now. Right now, this feels very heavy here. I'll see if I can get things to feel more balanced as I continue to style things and bring in more contrast with other decorative elements like throw pillows and vases and things like that. Back here, I have a pharmacy light that I thrifted for I think $10. I think I'm gonna bring that to the other side. So let's try that. This is one of my favorite style of Pottery Barn curtains. You could get this in different fabrics, but this I think is called the 3-in-1 curtain panel. You could hang it through these, which is what I'm going to use, or you could use these little tabs. This is what I'm using in my bedroom, like that. And then you buy those rings, so then that way they're easier to open and close. This is relatively easy to close. This is my least favorite way of hanging the curtains, to slide it through this hole here. I'm liking how these 4 panels look compared to mixing them with the shears on the single rod. Next, let's focus on this corner. I found some art at an estate sale a long while back. I don't think I ever shared that with you all, so we can see how we like that maybe above this sofa. Found this out at the thrift store. I don't love what's in here, but the frame I think is a decently neutral color, so let's see. My uncle took this picture of the Milky Way. I have it in this white frame. I had this plant in the office. Let's see how it works in this corner. I think I like how this is looking. I don't love that art in there, but I do think the frame and the size work well. It feels a little tight, but let's keep going. Trying to fluff out this insert. I have 3 of these frame prints. Let's see how these look above the sofa. Feels a little low, but I'm going to leave it for now. The rule of thumb that I came across was 8 to 10 inches above the sofa so that the art feels related to the sofa. It does feel like a lot of the visual weight is pretty low. I'm going to think about it. Let me know what you all think. Do you think that I should stick with a rule of thumb that I came across, or raise the height so that your eye isn't drawn down so low and that we have some more height as well, given how high the ceilings are? I want to put something else in that frame because it's really bothering me. So let's try to find something from a book or a magazine that will make things a little less high contrast up there so that your eye is really drawn to what's going on down here. This is a catalog from Blue Dot. I'm gonna see if I can find something in here to use as a placeholder until I can get something that I think will work really well. Looks like whoever had this before me also made some DIY art. This is what we're working with now. Let's see how this will look. I don't love how this looks, but I think it's an improvement. I got this on clearance at Crate & Barrel. This part is wool and this part is linen. Do we like this or do we want some contrast? I think I like this. I think bringing in some more saturated blues would look really nice as well, but that's not something I have on hand. I think it brings in some nice contrast, and I think it works better than the cream color one, which makes this, I think, look more muddy. I think we'll bring in some color through these other accessories. I was originally keeping some servingware in here, but I think I'm gonna move that with the other servingware that I have and put some more decor in here. Just about everything that I have here I got from thrift stores or estate sales. This is a Blanco handmade piece here in the US. You can see it has this little bubbly texture. I'm gonna leave it like this for now because I wanna try some of the other pieces that I have left here on the coffee table and on these shelves. Let's style these shelves next. I'm gonna put a lot of my ceramics up here and some plants that I have. Does it feel too monotonous and repetitive, or does it work? This camera belonged to my grandparents, so I like to keep it out here. I feel pretty good about this. As always, I will continue tweaking as I see things around the house that I can swap. Let's throw some throw pillows on these swivel chairs. I'll let you all take a look at how everything looks.